If you need that, then get at me, I'm the plug. Really on the plug, really on the plug.
What up, it's your boy Go DJ.
And it's your girl Maddie D.
And this is the plug you heard.
We live right now from Dusk at Strangers in the Night. Shout out to Dusk for having us.
You already know what it is. Shout out anytime. He's ready anytime, the real kind.
B08 Studios in the building.
Yes, sir. We got Flawless in the building with us.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Shout out to Flawless Real Talk, Flawless Rhode Island for coming through and showing love and chopping it up with us.
You already know, man.
Facts.
We fam. You know, I always gotta come through. You guys show love in the beginning. You know what I mean? So I always make sure that I come back and always show love to those that always show love to us.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
a fact. Shout out Flawless for Rick Radio. He broke the phone lines back in the day.
Oh my God,
Man,
remember
you
that?
Goodness
that was
gracious.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
What were we giving away that was so crazy?
Your
CDs.
Just the album?
Just the
Just the
album,
album.
Wow,
bro.
that was unbelievable.
Just the
Shout
album.
out to the Flawless family, man. They come out, you know, they do that. We gotta do that again sometime. That
For
was
real.
crazy.
That was
fun.
that
It'd be
was-
even more crazy now.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man.
So, one, I just want to say shout out to you and the whole team. You, Josh, Murph, everything is like going crazy, you know, from the beginning, seeing you guys hard working all the time, and to see what you guys are doing now is really, really motivational and inspiring.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We just, you know, taking it one day at a time. That's all we can really do. You know what I mean? And that formula has worked for us in a lot of ways, opposed to thinking about the bigger picture. You know what I mean? All the time, and thinking about like how you want it to end. You got to focus on the steps that you're gonna take to get there. So once we started that mentality, things just started happening for us. You know.
But I feel like you guys been on that though. Like I feel like the same formula you guys been doing is what you're still doing today. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still doing the music. Josh will come through with any event with the drums. He's making sure his face is known. Yeah. You got Murph. I'm hitting him up for the club videos. So the team's still grinding, still working. You know what I'm saying?
Every single day, man. Every single day. It's just that mentality of taking advantage of every day, and also installing those habits so that way when it does get to this level, it's second nature. Nobody's blinking. Nobody feels like we're panicking. It's like, okay, and everything feels like it's second nature. And now that it seems like it's clicking so easy, I'm seeing that the guys are understanding why we carried ourselves the way we did. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, all right, this is how it's got to work now.
Yeah.
Gotta be ready for anything at any moment.
Yeah. I always felt like we carried ourselves like we were already on. Even though we weren't as big as, you know what I mean, we would have liked to be. We always carried ourselves as if we were our own label, you know, a major label. I was a major artist. Like, I never looked at myself as a local artist, so to speak, as people like to, you know, give that tag. And I think that helped me a lot in everything that we're doing now, to be able to just represent to the best of my ability on a worldwide scale, you know, like we've been. So I'm really proud of everything we've been doing, everything we've been building, and it doesn't change. It hasn't changed from anything we've already been, you know, over the years.
Facts. Well, just so you know, we're so proud of you too. Like,
for real,
it is
real
so
proud.
inspiring, and I'm like moved and like so motivated by everything you're doing. And
Thank you
I've
so
always
much.
been, even like I always tell DJ every time that we have a conversation, I'm like, damn, we got to pick it up. We got to go harder. Like, we ain't going hard enough.
Nah, for sure.
I'll be asking questions. Maddie's like, no, we're doing it. This is happening. Like, I'm like, all right, yeah, it is.
That's how you gotta be sometimes, you know. You gotta really grab it by the horn, and you know, keep trying your best. If you really believe in something, I think like you just continue to work. You know, continue to work. The dream's never really dead until you stop working.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I really feel. You only you can kill your dreams. You know, so shout out to everybody that's still working hard, still trying to pursue their dreams, because it can happen at any moment, and I want to be a testament to that. You know.
Yeah.
Facts. Talking about worldwide, they call him Worldwide Poppy now.
Hey, Papi
The Puerto
Chulo.
Rican Poppy in the building.
Hey,
Oh
you
man,
know, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
the experience. I could only imagine how it was, and just watching it as a fan and someone that knows you and just really just been around. That shit's really dope. So like, it gave chills. People were shedding tears. Like, it was real. It was like some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It was an incredible experience, you know, to be a part of something like that, so historical. First time for this. A lot of pressure on the producers, a lot of pressure on the contestants to really deliver, you know, a quality show. And a lot of people did not know what I was doing when we were filming it, but it was a lot of pressure to, like, because for me, it was important that this show came across as like a legit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want it to be something corny that I was just on. It could have really hurt my career. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people told me not to do the show.
What?
You know, a lot of people in the industry were like, "Yo, it's career suicide." You know what I mean? And for me, I was like, not if I go far. If I lose, you know, in a bad way, yeah, it could go bad. But I just had so much confidence in myself, and just knowing that I could take the opportunity. For me, it was more about it being on Netflix.
Yeah.
At first, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We didn't even know that Cardi or Chance or Tip were even involved. We just knew it was a Netflix show and a hip hop Netflix show.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do it. You
That's
know what I mean?
worldwide. That's everywhere.
Yeah, that's worldwide. So it's the exposure. You know, my biggest problem is eyes. My biggest problem is exposure. So you're telling me we're going to go on Netflix and have this exposure? Okay, you know what? Somebody's going to see me on there and
Yeah.
love me. So it can only be better.
Yeah.
You know, and then this experience turned into what it is now, and I'm just like so grateful for everything and just so blessed to even be in this position. Even though we did not win, you know, we did win. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That was
You
a
won.
win.
We did win.
You
Yeah.
won.
Thank you.
That was a win. Like,
Yeah,
This
that
is
was
crazy.
a W for sure.
and it's funny because I seen you at Texas Roadhouse one day. You
And I
told me
was
about
warning
it.
you, dog.
You was warning
I
me about
I
it. I was
warned
like,
him.
I'm
I
like,
seen him. I'm like,
I-
yo, my guy, it's about to go down.
I know.
I was like, listen, it's about to go down. I'm telling you, bro. I just did the show. It's gonna be crazy. He
But
was
it-
like,
it-
all right.
Yeah.
I left. He was like,
Nah. I was just thinking. I'm like, okay, but like the time difference from everything, like, cause you have to keep quiet for a while.
a lot of
Yeah.
patience.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised you wasn't like exploding. Like, I need to tell someone something.
it
you
was
know what I'm
hard, man. It was hard to keep it quiet about it, especially during the experience because everything was so emotional that like. I could just like go on IG and be like, God is good. Like after the Bees battle, I was just like, God is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Amen. I'm like, no, you don't even understand what just happened today. But it's just like, you know, understanding just patience, you know what I mean? And it really taught me a lot about patience because it was so tough. But working behind the scenes and doing, you know, everything behind the scenes before the show dropped, because the industry got worried about the show
Yeah.
after we taped, you know what I mean? So it was more like just about us strategically making sure that we were in a position to just capitalize on everything that was going to happen. And we didn't know how big it was going to be. Like, me in the final, like, 5, we would always talk and be like, I don't know, man. Like, how many followers do you think we're going to get? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know. Like, how many people are going to see it? How many people are going to like it? You know, is it going to be corny? You know, we were so nervous, you know,
Yeah.
coming up into that. So the fact that it came out the way that it did and the reception has been so amazing. And it's on Netflix, so, like, people are still hitting me like, your audition was amazing. I hope you win.
Aww.
So I'm like, wow, like, it's continuing.
not gonna
Yeah, it'll
stop.
always. That
you know,
streaming is amazing.
people are gonna continue to discover the show on their time. You know what I mean? Like, the followers haven't stopped. Like, it's still people still discovering the show every second because it's not like when the Cypher, like when I did the BT Cypher,
Yeah.
we went from like, you know, 20,000 something followers to like 47,000 followers. It aired and it was like 1 minute and it was like, if you didn't see it, you didn't see it. You caught it on IG or something, you know.
Yeah.
But this is like there.
This is not stopping.
Yeah, it's there, you know, and it's being streamed every single day. So I'm being discovered every second.
That's so
All
dope.
around the world, you know,
Right
it's
now,
crazy.
at
Right
this
now,
moment.
no,
Right at
now,
this moment.
I'll show you guys when we get off camera. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You know, it's amazing. You know what I mean? So it's just been an amazing experience, especially what we have coming up. You know, I got a new EP dropping in December. You know, it's called Every Second Matters.
And I know
Every
everybody's
second.
waiting on
Yeah,
on
every
new
second.
music
Every
from you.
second, man.
I came in second. Every second matters.
This
And
guy.
every second matters literally in time. So timing is everything. So I'm really happy for this. It's just an appetizer for the fans to have for the holiday season, you know, before the end of the year. Then we're going to do the album. And we got some amazing surprises for the album. That's, you know,
Yeah.
incredible. And I can't wait, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
So my question is, how are you feeling right now? How are you on a high? Like, how are you feeling?
Focused, you know, definitely focused because we've worked so hard to get to this position. So now it's a matter of sustaining and proving why we belong here. You know what I mean? So we've been really, really doing a lot on the back end. Like I just put together the right people in place for 2020. Make sure that we have that team, that strong, veteran team that's been through it, and that's with the best of them in the game. So now we have that team put together. So it's time to attack now and show the world that we're ready. To be, to be there at the top tier. You know what I mean?
I hear you. So the world sees you, but what matters is Providence, Rhode Island sees you. The key to the city. How does that feel,
wow,
bro? How does
was
that feel?
crazy.
Is it though?
Yo,
Yeah.
it
I felt like
is.
people downplayed it. Like it was crazy.
No,
A lot
I
of
think
people-
that's really like
a
nuts.
lot of people were upset. I think.
But
that
why?
I got it. I don't know.
Ah, fuck them.
Screw them. Shh.
I don't think I'm in a position to fight that. Like it's like
Yeah. It's gonna
I'll
happen.
Be mad. It happened.
You put the smallest state in the country on the map on a global platform in a way that no one else has ever done before.
I think other than that though too. Like we've been doing a lot of work in the schools too.
Yeah.
And I think that for me to get that, it was unorthodox. You know what I mean? Because like for a hip hop artist to get the key to the city, it's not really like that known, especially here. Like, you know what I mean?
But I don't think I've ever seen the
I've
key.
never seen it.
I've never seen.
I've
anybody
never
get a key
seen
to the
it.
city. Have you?
No.
Never.
And that's why.
So
I'm
for
really-
me, I was like, this is a huge deal for me because I didn't even know that anybody from here had got the key to the city.
I didn't even know they did it here. Like, honestly.
it sounds like fake, kind of,
It was amazing. I didn't know it was the key to the city. They told me that he wanted to recognize me, so I thought I was gonna get like a certificate
Wow.
Wow.
or like something. You know what I mean? And then when I saw it was the key, like I was like, oh my god, like I didn't even realize that shit happened. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
That's really
Yeah.
crazy.
It was
Coming from
amazing.
another Spanish brother too.
Shout out to the mayor, man, and I think it was a big testament to how in tune he is to everything that's going on. Because
Yeah, that's
somebody
true.
started a petition for me to get it.
Oh yeah, I
and
signed it actually. That's funny.
Word got back to me. Josh was like, "Yo, there's a petition for you to get the key to the city," and I'm like, "That's not gonna happen, bro. That's
What?
dope, but that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?" And then it got so many signatures that like they recognized it. So
What's
then they
impossible?
hit us. Yeah.
What's impossible to man is never impossible to God.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. It was an amazing experience to be able to have that and continue to represent the city in the best way. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not here to like be doing crazy stuff for entertainment. Like, we've been who we are the whole entire time. We've never
Exactly.
switched up. And the fact that we're getting there on our terms, being who we are, it feels so much better. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like I changed for it or I did anything extra to try to get it. Like, even on the competition, like, I stayed true to myself in the competition because I wanted my
Yeah.
fan base to see the same person they've been following.
Yeah.
So it was like, being here now and being in this position and being able to, like, stay true to myself, it feels so much better than anything else.
Yeah.
Sure. It feels genuine.
Do you feel like you have a certain responsibility now?
Absolutely. I feel like I have a responsibility to have an impact. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get really discouraged when I do records like Landed and Free.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah,
But,
with the
the
immigration and
yeah.
Flag over there.
When I do songs like Take Me Away, that's about sexual abuse with the little girl. When I do songs like that and they don't get the attention that I would have liked, you know what I mean? It's very discouraging. So now it's like the audience is there. What message do I want to deliver? You know,
Yeah.
Landed and Free, I reintroduced that. That's actually a song off this new EP. It was the first single off of the new EP that we dropped. We dropped it a little early because it was a huge topic,
At the moment.
and I didn't want anybody else to come out with a song similar to it, and then I'm sitting on this record. So I did like a soft launch of it just to get it out there, and then once we got the followers from the show, I put it back out, and it got like, almost 1 million views.
nice.
So it's like, now the audience is there, so what do we want to really deliver? You know what I mean? So now I'm being really careful, with what we're delivering. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think I did the EP now, because the EP's a little more fun. Like, I got a record with London. I got a record with Troy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a bunch of records that I've been doing over the last, like, month and a half, and my album is gonna be so much more strategic
Yeah.
that these records would just end up sitting there. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put an EP out.
Yeah.
Like,
Drop
let's
it.
put an EP out in December and get it out so the fans can enjoy this music before the album. You know what I'm saying? So that's where every second matters.
And it's dope that you bring up London and Troy and like the bond you guys created from the show. Like,
Man, we got matching tattoos.
that's what I was saying. I was about to bring the matching
Yeah,
tattoos.
it's
like
crazy.
that moment is gonna be a moment you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. So
Facts.
it's like these people were there for it, and that's just amazing. And to put out some music with them, it's gonna we're gonna hear where you guys were at that moment, like
Yeah.
how you guys felt. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Because I could only
Me
imagine.
and Troy is always clowning, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the show did a great casting, but they ended up with a lot of strong-minded individuals. So, like,
Yeah.
it was really all business, you know what I'm saying? But the connection that we had was really a mutual respect of really going through the war because there was a lot of mind games, like a lot of I wouldn't say mind games, but the show was very mind tied. It tied your mind, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and it
'cause-
really was like it was emotionally draining, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you see the most seasoned and the most like, you know, willpowered people made it to the end, we connected in that way. Like, yo, like we survived, you know what I mean? What we just went through because it was like hectic, you know what I mean? It was like every second was like, it was just crazy. I don't know how to really explain it,
Yeah,
but
I could only imagine.
it's like your mind was going like, for example, you know what I mean? Just like the Janae round, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we got the round, we got the challenge the next morning. When we got the challenge, we got back to the hotel like mad late. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The next morning is rehearsal.
Oh
You know what I'm
wow.
saying?
Oh, you have to write
So-
that shit right on the spot.
Right there. So one of the producers, I don't remember exactly who it was, but one of the producers is like, I'm like complaining because we were filming, and I'm like, yo, we need to get back to the hotel so we can write our verse. Like, we still need to write.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, but you don't need to. I was like, write and memorize. She's like, yeah, but you don't need to memorize. It's just rehearsal. Like, it's just you and the band. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to know your verse or nothing. So I'm like, yeah, right.
No
right?
way.
So
Trying to set you up.
I'm just saying, like, this is just one of the examples. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I write the verse. I'm memorizing it. I'm like, nah, I don't even want to mess up in front of the band. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to just be ready. So we memorize it. The next morning, I go through it with the band once. Janae walks in the building. She's like, I can't wait to hear your verse. Let me hear it.
Wow.
Now, if I had been like, oh, I don't need to memorize it. She said, now I'm up there. I don't even, I'm like, and she's like, does this kid even know what he's doing? Like, and it automatically
Wow.
kills the chemistry.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead, I performed the verse for her, and she was like, oh, shit, this kid's ready. Now, let me get into it. Okay, what do you need me to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that split decision, that split-second decision, now I'm memorizing the verse. I remember the whole time making sure I don't mess up. Soon as that moment's over with Janae, it's the finale challenge. And then, like, the next morning, we're, like, on to the next. So the brain was never stopping for the entire competition. So it was real tiresome, you know what I mean, to go
Yeah.
through it and survive that. So, like, the bond with the four was really about just sustaining that kind of pressure, you know,
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
like, constant.
But again, like even knowing you for all this time, like pressure is nothing to
literally,
you.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
My pressure series is something that I really grew on with my career,
yeah.
and I really felt it on this show for sure. But it really, everything I've been through, you know, helped me in this competition. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Everything I've done, everything that went wrong, you know, happened for a reason, and I'm really excited that we got this opportunity.
Facts. How did the validation from like Cardi and T.I. and Chance the Rapper, how did that like affect you as an artist?
It was incredible to get that kind of feedback.
yeah.
But at the same time, I went in there understanding that this is an opinion of three people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the world. So if you get in there and you get crushed by them, it doesn't mean we need to find a new job. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Yeah.
just means that they weren't feeling you. That's three people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great artists in the competition that didn't really last that long or didn't really make it to the end. but they were incredible artists. You know what I mean? If you look up their music, if you look up who they are, like they're great artists. So it's just an opinionated competition. So you can't take anything too personal. But I'm grateful that they received me the way that they did, and that Cardi, bigged me up the way that she did, and fought for me the way that she did, and that Tip had nothing but great things to say. And I feel like I actually grew on Chance. You know what I mean? In the beginning, he was like a little iffy on me, and then I think after the battle, when I got through that pressure, he fell back.
Yeah.
That moment for me, like, a lot of people don't realize we didn't see any of the other performances. We didn't see that kind of shit like till we watched the show with the rest of the world.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm so focused in on Beans, bro. I never knew that he fell. I never knew that
until
happened.
after the fact.
So I'm watching the show and I'm like, I'm rewinding, bro. Like, yo, like look at how they reacted to my bar. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you watch, I'm like, I'm on Beans. I'm not like I don't care what y'all doing.
And it's funny
because the battle's on beat. So like if I slip up, it's over. So I'm focused on her, and he fell back like that. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
And then you didn't get to finish the verse because everyone already was like,
they was going crazy.
Yeah.
But it was amazing to watch back. Like it was amazing to experience, but it was so amazing to watch back because like I didn't see the whole thing. Like when I watched the finale. And the way I dictated it, I was like, I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to go out my way. What do I want them to see from me last? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whether I win, lose, or draw, I want to be proud of this performance. And then when I performed and the electricity in the room was so crazy that I was like, there's no way I'm losing.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I won every challenge. I haven't messed up, not even once. Not that I won every challenge, but I was saved first every challenge.
Every time, yeah.
To me, that counted for something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then my finale was so crazy, electrifying.
I felt the same way.
So I'm like, so now it's me and Smoke up there, and they say Smoke, and I'm happy because that's my bro. Like at that point, we were just so I was gonna have the same reaction no matter what, right? But I'm like, he must have been crazy because I know what I did. You know what I'm saying? So when the show aired, and I watched his finale with like the last sub, I was like, God damn,
he made it look.
That boy put that down. Like I was like, oh damn, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't be mad at like a lot of people like you should have won. It's like everybody did amazing. Like everybody, Troy, London, everybody did amazing. Like it could have went all four ways. Like yo, if Troy would have won, I wouldn't have been surprised. If everybody had their own narrative, you know what I mean? So, like, it could have went all four ways, in my opinion. So, like, the fact that it was down to us, the finale, we all won. Everybody's going to be successful. You know what I mean? We just didn't win the money. You know what I mean? Like, I think, but everybody's, I'm not going to say we've already made that off the show, but everybody's well on their way to
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And, I Smoke obviously has a head start.
Yeah.
You know, he's already 250 there.
250.
You know what I mean? I feel you. But I'm saying, like, it's just like everybody's successful. So, like, the results is not, it's like the last thing we're worried about. You know what I mean? So it's really dope.
Because this whole process is about growth. So let me ask you this, though. Do you feel like you listen to your own music or other people's music differently after being judged on your music for, like, week after week? Well, day after day, honestly?
What do you mean?
Like, do you listen to your music or critique yourself differently now that you've been, like, judged by 3 different people? Like you said, it was like an opinionated competition.
I think I judge my music differently based on my audience now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, my audience, it used to drive me so crazy because it was, like, predominantly male.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, not that there was anything wrong with that, but I was like, damn, I got to get more women. And after the Janae round,
that's when the joints came out.
Bro.
The Puerto Rican Poppy.
I know.
It went so crazy that I was like, yes. Because I want, like, from my albums, I make all kind of, like, Look Around is, like, something so different. You know what I mean? Than, like, and I'm not saying I don't want to, like, rap, but I really want to make great records. And I feel like the women appreciate the great records. And, like, I kind of want to cater more to that going forward.
Yeah.
A little more. Like, honestly, you know what I mean? Just being real. Like, I see what's getting played. Like, I look back at some albums that I have, and I'm like, what do I have that can that if I was in the club, I would even want them to even play? And I'm like, nothing. And I'm starting to realize certain things. Like, and it's not about the club. I'm not saying it's about that, but it's just certain things that I'm realizing about my style. Like, I have so many different elements that I need to add more elements to that. You know what I mean? So I'm focusing on that and experimenting with different styles and trying to be just more current. You know what I mean? I feel like 24/7, if you listen to 24/7 and you listen to my It's Different album, It's Different, it has great records, but 24/7 sounds way more current than the last album. Yeah. Like, it's just more current. Songs like Big Deal, songs like Dope, songs like Look Around, Monster. It was just more current, I feel. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going for. I want to deliver a good message. I want to definitely keep the integrity there, but I want to stay current, and I also want the music to be enjoyable. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of people enjoy music, they're not even listening to the words because the beat does a certain thing to them. And, like, I realize how important it even is down to the beat selection. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say, because, like, even working with those other producers, and I seen the difficulty you had getting out your comfort zone. With someone messing with your sound. Like, you're used to what you used to.
I'm used to what I'm used to,
You know
exactly.
what I'm
But that was also a flaw. So it showed a weakness of mine, not being able to adjust to other people's style. And that's what my challenge was. You know what I mean? So when I left the competition, just like you said, different way I was critiquing. Yeah, like, yo, like I probably need to be able to be more flexible with what I do, because I wasn't able to adjust. It was tough. You know what I mean? It was tough, bro.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying? So I learn and I grow. Yeah. You know, and I admit that. That's like the first thing. I'm always easy to admit, you know, when I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And when I needed to learn. So and we grow from it.
So some new producers on the line, about to make the new clappers.
Shout out Hit Boy, man. You know
what I mean? That was.
Shout out Hit Boy for
crazy.
sure. That's my guy. I've been showing a lot of love. It's just amazing. We got some work coming.
So speaking of that, we're headed into another decade. You've been doing this for over 10 plus years now. So
it's crazy because I was just saying that 2010, I decided to, like, really try to do this.
Yeah.
And now we're approaching 10 years. And a lot of people say it takes 10 years.
10 years.
Nah.
So it's like, damn, on my 10th year, things are happening. That's kind of crazy. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No,
I was just about to ask you so we're going into 2020. Like, what can we expect from 2020 Flawless?
Just more impact. Like, we're just going to, everything we do is just going to have more impact. You know what I mean? Like, we have more people that know who we are now, more of an audience. So we want to be impactful with the music, with everything that we do. We want to stay in everybody's face. And we got some big things coming as far as, like, the moves that we're making. So I think that everybody's going to be really in tune with what we're doing. And I think it's going to be a great 2020 for us and Team Rise, for sure.
For sure.
Thanks.
If you could give an artist some type of big advice from you and your experiences, what would you give them?
Continue to work, because you never. It's like, you know, I always talk about that glass ceiling. I felt like we hit a glass ceiling. Like, when we did the BT Cypher, after that, I was trying to, like, find the next move. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to find the next thing to, like, just get us over the hump. Because we were there, but it's like we weren't there. You know what I mean? So it was really just about continuing to work. Even when you don't see the light and you feel lost, you don't even realize how close you might be to that point. You know what I mean? To that success. Yeah. So it's just always continuing to work, you know, no matter what, because you never know how close you really are.
Wow. Definitely.
Facts.
You always leave us with some gems.
Taking that in right there. But thank you again, my boy. Appreciate y'all.
Sure, I appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you for the drink.
He said thank you for the drink, man. No doubt. No stranger to the show. Flawless. I am your boy, Go DJ.
And I'm your girl, Maddie D. Make sure you guys check out that EP. Every Second Matters.
Hey.
You heard?
Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Always love.
B08 Studios in the building. Shout out anytime. He pulls up anytime, any place. You heard? Hey. My boy, the plug. You heard?
Get it.
And this is the plug.